Hey y'all, welcome to the P Show. Thank you for taking time out to tune in another week. Where is that sound coming from?
Who knows? Who knows?
I don't know where that came from. It must have been the production. David.
Blame it on production.
Yeah, blame it on the production. All right. First of all, I want to tell y'all about a networking event that's going on. It's called Accelerate Speed Networking and Business Mixer. One of my friends is doing it. You know, if y'all heard of speed dating before, instead of speed dating, it's speed networking. So you need to come with like 40 cards, at least 40 business cards, and a 60-second elevator pitch. The best one you got. And you'll go table to table or business person to business person, introduce yourself, introduce your business, and pass out cards. Basically, a networking event.
Okay.
It's going to be Wednesday, April 4th at Martini 2020, which is at the corner of Laburnum and Creighton Road, inside the old Lucille's building. To find out more information about it, contact Unique at 304-2874. Okay, how was y'all week?
Mine was kind of hectic, but, you know.
Thanks for driving up. Hey, y'all, this Alterick Gaston. We're going to call him Al tonight.
Yeah. After we're too hard.
Mr. Al.
Yeah, you know, it's always a pleasure coming up.
Yeah, I like it that you don't mind driving to get to the P Show.
Nah.
This is like your third time.
What about the gas? I know the gas can kill you.
Unofficial plug. Get you a Sheets card. You get 3 cents off gas with the Sheets card.
Kroger card too.
Yeah.
But tonight we're going to be talking about convicted felons. The topic, I am a convicted felon. I'm a convicted felon. Where do I go from here? That's the topic. Aaron's supposed to help me out, but he didn't.
No, I mean, you still talking. You want me to jump in? You know, I don't want to be rude.
Slide in. Go ahead. It's your turn.
I'm going to slide in. Yes, topic, we're talking about convicted felons. Where do I go from here? And, Mr. Al here, he wrote a wonderful book. And
King of the South.
King of the South. And also he's going to tell us his story. And, we're just going to kind of sit back and let him kind of start it off, and we'll jump in, with a couple questions. Yeah. And also, Richmond, you can call 804-915-5202. I know there's a lot of people in situations who've been in certain situations right now, as far as being a felon, and they're lost. So we're gonna try to attempt to, get some answers for you guys, even legal answers. We're gonna refer you to legal. People as well. So just give us a call, Richmond, 804-915-5202. And we're going to turn it over to Brother Al right here. And, just go ahead with it.
Okay. Don't get nervous, Al. I know how it is. Al don't do this TV thing.
I don't do too many camera shots.
Yeah.
The topic, when I reached out to Pumpkin, I was basically trying to promote my second novel, which is due out, King of the South Part 2. And then she got in contact with me and told me about the title of the show and the topic. So that kind of like overshadows what I'm trying to do from a legal standpoint as far as push my books. Because us being convicted felons, a lot of us feel like, where do we turn? Where do we go? There's nowhere we can go for help. Where I always been taught where there's no lane, create a lane. Not as long as it's not nothing illegal, you can create lanes for yourself. Don't fall victim to the stigma of I'm a convicted felon, I can't get no job, I'm not gonna get no job. A little known fact is that a lot of businesses are federally bonded. So the federal government will pay them to hire you. And put a bond on you. Like, let's say some equipment get missing, they got like a $10,000 bond on you. So whatever equipment that get missing or whatever, they're covered. But that's not of your concern. That's just an incentive for them to hire you. Like, okay, well, your merchandise is protected. All we want you to do is just give them a job, give them a chance. And they get federal tax breaks to hire you. And a lot of businesses don't even know it. So you got to use what you got. If you bring it to their attention and explain it to them, well, I'm a convicted felon, but, you can get federally bonded. And not only will you get a tax break, but the government will help pay some of my wages and all your merchandise or your tools and stuff will be bonded by $10,000. So that's incentive for them to hire you, because at the end of the day, it's all about money. Who don't want extra money? Who don't want tax breaks? And any business wants any tax break that they can get.
That's true. Now let's go backwards, because he didn't come on here because he was a felon, as he said. He came on here to talk about his book, which is part 2 of King of the South. But with the book, how did you get to that point with writing books? Did you start writing books because of what you went through with jail? Did you start writing books because it's just something that you want to do after jail? Like, what got you to that point?
Well, during my incarceration, I always felt like it was something that I needed to do and get started that was positive, so I wouldn't be influenced by the negativity of society from where I come from.
Mm-hmm.
You know, for the drug game, the streets, it's gonna always be there. But I wanted to give myself a chance. Being that I got incarcerated when I was 18, and then I'm coming out 36.
How many years is that?
That's 17.
17 years.
Wow.
So, you know, and then at the same time, I wanted to be an inspiration not only to the guys that I left behind, but to my family members that was caught up in the streets. Like, okay, I'm gonna be the example. I'm gonna set the example. I'm not gonna just talk about doing the right thing. I'm gonna do the right thing, and I'm gonna show you that you can accomplish a lot by just doing the right thing. Someone will give you a shot. You just got to present yourself to want an actual chance. If it takes going to a construction site, like, look, I need a job. They be like, well, I'm not hiring. Well, look, man, just to show you my work ethic, I work here free for 5 hours.
Okay.
You know, I offer my free services. If I do a good job and you know you like my work ethic, give me a chance. Give me a shot. You know, so
Everybody is not that bold, though. You know, a lot of guys feel like, or women feel, I'm too hard to do that. I can't.
I'm sorry.
You know, I can't walk up on a job and just tell these people what I'm gonna do.
Yeah, well, let me ask you this. You know, I had a question about that. So, you know, the media always want to, you know, say like, you know, people who are incarcerated, and you know, they got stats showing that, you know, they repeatedly going in and out. You know, so with your experience, you know, is it more, you know, guys that's incarcerated that you see that going to fall into that trap of going in and out, or more that's, you know, like yourself, want to, you know, change their life, or just equal, or, you know, what's your take on that?
Okay, at the end of the day, each person is their own individual. Okay, so if you have a person like myself that wants something out of life, that want to live, and go do everything legally to do that, versus someone that has their mind made up of, okay, this is what it is. A lot of recidivism, what I found, because I asked questions to the guys that I seen come back while I was in. They'll get released, come back, get released, come back again. So I'm like, man, what's going on? What? And they don't want to take responsibility for their own actions. That's number one. They are quick to blame someone else. Well, it was my PO, man. My PO was on me too much. She wanted to know my every move. What did you come back?
They need to know your every move.
Job. It's called a conditional release.
That's right.
Their job. So after that, most of them talk about where I was getting high. That's the leading cause. Getting high and driving without a license. And I think that in the city of Richmond, you shouldn't have no driving without a license charge, because the city bus run almost 24/7.
I agree with that.
So,
but you gotta drive.
You
Like
gotta
it
drive.
looks good. You put some rims on it. You know, you shine it up real good. It looks good. It looks better for you to go to a woman's house in a car than getting off the bus.
okay, but
So
if she for you, then she understand your story.
Explain that they don't.
Right.
You know.
But it's a low self-esteem thing too.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I want to shine. I got to show everybody that I'm back.
Yep, I'm back. So they come right back out
Yeah.
and fall into the same thing
Yeah.
and go right back.
Yeah, you know, I realized that too, like with time. Once you lose time, you can't get it back. So you got to make the best of what you got left. And guys are so busy. When BET videos was the worst thing they could ever. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's entertainment, but a lot of people cannot separate entertainment from reality.
True.
Okay.
So they busy trying to pop bottles like the rappers do. But okay, at the end of the day, you don't have that type of money.
Nah, but it look good. It
For the
look good.
okay, for the okay.
Decision making.
Look, I just left from CIAA last week, like
Okay.
a week and a half ago or
Right.
whatever. That's what they was doing down there. They spent money like that. Party with the stars, spent money with the stars,
But
whatever.
the thing about that, Pete,
It look good.
We talked about that last where you say it look good.
Yeah.
But, you know, how many people went down to CIAA with rent money? How many people went down to CIAA that they call on the repo list?
Oh, my
You
God.
know, I mean, you know, how many people really did that, though? You know, you popping bars, you having a good time then, come Monday
But
morning.
you gotta come back to your
Yeah, you got to come
Yeah,
Monday
reality.
morning on the eviction notice, or you lost your job because you called in sick.
I hope ain't nobody do all that damn
No,
CIAA.
believe me, you
but
know they did.
Yeah.
You know they did. You know, yeah, plenty of people did that. You know, but
you
I
gotta save up for trips, man.
I want to get back on the book and stuff. As far as you know, tell the people, Richard, what's the book about, and how do you get started with that?
Well, what happened was, you know, a lot of guys, urban fiction had came back real strong, thanks to people like Terry Woods, Nikki Turner, the one from Richmond, the real Nikki Turner.
Yeah.
Real Nikki Turner.
Yeah, as she put it on Facebook.
Oh, we got a call, y'all.
Got a call.
An early one. Thank you for calling the P Show. How you doing?
Hi, I'm fine. How are you?
All
You
right.
doing good? What's your question, Carl?
Well, I'm calling with a comment. I was recently released in August, and when I got out, basically, while I was in there, I got a lot of time management and patience and everything. And I just was looking for a job, and I was honest and upfront on applications, and my main focus was just getting back out into society, taking care of my family and my kids.
So did you find a job?
Yes, I did find a
That's
job. I'm
good.
actually working in a group home.
That's good.
Excellent.
That's because it's hard to get in a group home with any charges
Right.
because you're working around kids, right?
It is, you're right.
No, I work with mentally ill and disabled, but I was upfront
Wow.
on my application. I didn't have any barrier crimes.
Okay.
My crimes was more or less credit card fraud and forgery, and at my job
Okay.
I don't handle any money or anything like that.
Okay.
But I was upfront, and that's honesty is the best thing. Someone will take a chance if you're trying. Somebody will give you a chance.
That's correct.
Most definitely. Yeah, that's what I was trying to get across, and you are an example of that. I'm an example of that. If people are not closed to helping people, even in this new millennium, even in this recession, but they want to see that you're trying to help yourself. It's so much, like Aaron was talking about with the media, it's so much stigma that has been placed upon us as convicted felons, like, okay, they're worthless, they're throwaway people, this and that, so on and so forth. If they call you by that name long enough, you'll begin to answer to it.
Right, and you got to just have the mindset to push forward. And see, since I've been working, some people that I was locked up with that I knew were trying to change, I've actually brought them on to my job.
That's
So,
good.
like I said, my job, you know, they doing the thing, and everybody's working, and everything's all good. So people do change, and they learn from their mistakes.
Well, we definitely appreciate you calling in. It's good to hear from a woman.
Yes.
You know, because
Yeah.
mostly people think it's mostly men out there that are having this problem, but it's not.
No, there's a lot of women that are incarcerated that got children, and if you want to, once you know better, you do better, and you just learn.
That's right.
Yeah, that's a 1,000 comment right there. You covered 1,000 with that. That wasn't even 100. That was 1,000.
All right, well, thank you.
Thank
all.
you.
And good luck.
Okay.
Good luck.
Yeah, see, that's an amazing story because it doesn't happen like that for everybody. But I'm starting to believe that people lying. They're not trying for real.
But
That's what I'm starting to believe
No,
in
see,
some
now,
cases.
Out here on the head, you know, and she just said that, you know, if you want better, you do better. And,
Okay.
and you make decisions. You make decisions. Either you make decisions, like you say, you know, you go back on the street, you know, let everybody know you on the street, so you want to get the rims and all that type of stuff.
Yeah.
And a lot of times, that's the only way you can get it is doing, you know, illegal activities and stuff.
That's right.
So, you know, on order to say, hey, look, you know, I don't want that lifestyle no more. I made a mistake, and I'm gonna, you know, work my way back into society.
Yeah,
You know,
most definitely.
so it's all about decision making. But yes, getting back on the book, you know, tell us how they got started and what's the book about.
Okay, well, after reading a couple of urban literary authors and authors, I was like, they talking basically about a lot of stuff that I've been through and a lot of stuff that I know about. So instead of having someone capitalize off of the lifestyle that I done lived and I know. Who better to tell the story? You get in the story secondhand as opposed to getting it from me first person. But it is some fiction in the book because you have to add a little bit of fiction to keep the excitement, entertainment. But it's definitely, if you grew up in the early 90s, you will be able to relate to this book. And for those of you that are from this era of the millennium, if you want to know what it was like back then on the streets of Richmond, definitely get this book, King of the South. And now that part 2 is really ready to drop, get that because that's really going to take you really, really inside. The book is based off a guy, his name is Ramon Baker Jr., and his father was like the king of Southside. He was running a whole lot of illicit activity, but he never wanted his family to get into what he was into. He wanted better for them. He tried to keep them from the streets. And even though his family knew what he was doing, they wasn't a part of it. But his father died an untimely death, and when his father died an untimely death, he felt as though I have to step up and live up to my father's legacy. And he found out that everything wasn't what he thought it was going to be.
Right.
Well, how can they get the book down from you?
You can get the book. You can friend me on Facebook. I'm on the author Alterick Gaston. I'm the best person to get the book from.
Of course.
It's going to be cheaper. You go in Barnes and Noble, and then it's going to be better for me because, you go pay $15 for a book, I get like $1.15 as opposed you come get it from me for $10, I get the whole 10. So
there you go.
I'm cutting you a deal. Just contact me on Facebook up on the author Alterick Gaston. But I know a lot of people got Kindle and the ebooks. I'm also on that. You can download it on Kindle, BarnesandNoble.com, and any ebook. I'm around Amazon.com.
And we both have put him on our Facebook page. We tagged his name, so you can click on it and find his name, author Alterick Gaston. But the books that you made, you didn't do it did you do it for the money? Or did you do it for the love of it? Well, you fell in love with writing in jail?
If you bring something to a guy in jail to read, it got to be interesting. Don't think that because they locked up, they have nothing else better to do, that they're not going to tell you that your work is some trash.
Okay.
So I just wrote it to see if I could do it. I talked about it for a long time, and actually I talked about it with my stepfather before he passed. He said, well, you got all these ideas, and you always talk about things. When you going to do something? So I was like, okay, well, he passed last time. Well, I'm going to finally sit down and get myself together, and I'm going to write this book. So I took my little notes, talked to a few guys about a few instances that happened and some things that I knew about, and I was like, okay, well, let me flip it and bounce it around, make it presentable. And actually, I wrote 2 books within a 90-day period by hand, because inside it, you don't have a typewriter and things like that.
Do they take that from you, though? Do you have to mail it home, or?
They didn't even know I had wrote a book.
I've heard that they're trying to stop stop people from writing in jail.
Well, they'll stop you from using their typewriters.
Okay. If you're writing a book.
If you're writing a book, yeah. But they can't stop you from taking that, what you sell paper in the commissary for. So I went and bought me some notebooks, a pack of pens, and I sat down, and guys used to be like, well, why are you wasting your money on that? And this is what I tell anybody. It's an investment.
That's right.
It's an investment. You got to invest in yourself first. You can have any idea in the world. You can have a Bill Gates idea, but Bill Gates needed investors, and he had to invest in himself first.
Yeah, and I'm glad you say that. I was actually talking to somebody about that a couple of days ago about investing in yourself. A lot of people, want the easy way out. As okay, I got a business idea. I want to start a restaurant. Person A, give me some money to start a restaurant. Person B, give me some money. But you need, people don't understand the real entrepreneur spirit. You start yourself. Don't wait on nobody. Start, frying chicken at home. Frying the chicken wings at home and stuff. And then people like, if Punk and frying chicken wings at home, they say, man, Punk got some good chicken wings, And then it's spread all around town. And then you get people interest.
That's right.
And then they want to put money on it. But yeah, that's the key thing, investing in yourself. Do it yourself first. And then, the famous cliche, with the fame and fortune, fame comes first and then fortune comes later.
That's right.
Yeah, so.
I believe in that.
Yeah, so definitely invest in yourself. And again, Al, I'm always inspired with different stories like that. And, you have, a lot of famous stories like, Malcolm X and people like that, who just, kind of turning life around, being incarcerated. And, I always admire people like that who just, take, something that a lot of times destroy people, and when I say destroy people, they get into that cycle like we talked about, going in and out of jail, because, you hit it too, talking about the self-esteem. I know guys I grew up with, rolled with, it's like, they figure, I did one bid, that's all I'm gonna do for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
Instead of just changing. And, it starts up here in that mindset, choosing not to do that, choosing to do battle.
Yeah.
Yeah, so.
Yeah, most definitely. Like that's number one. You gotta want to do better. And one of the philosophies I always live by is that my past does not define me.
There you go.
Don't let that be like your badge of honor. A lot of guys in the urban areas, they look at it like, okay, I'm in the penitentiary, I got my stripe.
Right.
Yeah.
It's nothing cool. I mean, it's nothing cool about that.
Yeah.
I know. I hated every minute of it. Because
You were young too, though.
Yeah, I was young.
You was a
Yeah.
kid for
Yeah.
real. You
Yeah.
just turning. You was 18, right?
right. And
I mean, so everything happened right at 17, or
it happened like
At 18.
right at 18. Like I wasn't even 18 for 6 months.
that's what I'm saying. Like you was
No.
still pretty much a baby. I don't feel like an 18-year-old knows everything, even though you explained that you had been in the game for a minute.
Yeah.
So you had everything that you wanted
Right.
before you was even 18. But at the same time, that's scary to be taken away from everything at that young age.
Yeah, I mean that's what I listen to a lot of rap music, and I love Yo Gotti, that's my dude. I love Plies, but at the end of the day, I don't know whether they really doing it or not. But I don't think that you are, because the feds, they don't care what job status is, how famous you are.
Yeah.
If you really in the streets like that, they gonna lock you up.
That's right.
So Plies had a song called "I Don't Know If It's Worth Going to the Feds For." So
Yeah.
if you getting, you get all this money, you got the cars, you got the mansion, but it don't always end good. It only ends two ways: death. I want to live,
That's right.
And my man Rick Ross, he had a song. I think I'm Big Meats. I think I'm Larry Hoover.
Yeah.
Do your research on Big Meats.
Right.
Big Meats got a lot of fed time, and Larry Hoover is never coming home. He got locked up in the
Right.
80s.
Yeah.
And we ready to go into we went 2010s now.
Yeah.
So
They heavy, like
Yeah,
heavyweight.
it's real heavy. A lot of people want the glorification that comes with that lifestyle, but don't want none of the punishment.
Right.
That's why you got a lot of guys that's turning and cooperating. It's cool when you out here and you getting money. It was all good just a week ago.
But time's changing now.
But
Everybody telling now.
Yeah,
Like
right.
they
I-
break soon as they get down there now. It ain't
I'm about
no-
to say that because you
Yeah.
talk about them hardcore gangsters like the
Yeah.
Larry Hoovers and Big Meats and all them. Them guys in rollover.
Yeah.
These kids today, I'm putting you kids on blast. They're trying to be street out here. Y'all
Yeah.
snitching. I don't care.
telling.
y'all not
Yeah.
hard like back in the day with them real true gangsters. I'm not glorifying
Nay.
by any means, but when they did it, they did it. And that's
right.
why they still in
They
there
took
30,
their
40
time.
years.
That's right.
Y'all kids out here.
Y'all watch First 48?
Yeah.
They tell in the first 2 seconds.
Yeah,
They get them in that room for
Yeah.
a couple of seconds.
Yeah.
And they start looking around and their life is flashing right before their eyes. They like, hold on.
These kids,
I know who did it.
Yeah, they're not built like that. They're not
Yeah.
built like that, and you hit on the head with the music. The
Yeah.
music consume them, and they listen to the Rick Ross talking about Big Meats and all that. I'm gonna be like Big Meats and all that. As soon as they get caught, they're like, no, I'm gonna go home with my mama now.
Yeah, it's not a game. It's not a game.
Yeah.
And my uncle had said something to me. He was like, and he was real heavy at one time. He was like, it's funny. I talk to the young guys. They don't want to talk to me, but they'll listen to these rappers that ain't really
Yeah.
living. I really lived it, and you won't even pay me no mind. You
Right.
think I'm washed up.
Right.
You think I'm in the way.
Right.
But what I'm trying to tell you is that it's not worth it.
Right.
That's right.
When the judge hit that hammer, boom, get him out my courtroom. That's where you're going, out the courtroom, the deputies around you, going out the courtroom, down to the jails, and you're going to change out, you can put on the shadow shoes, and men folk, even if you are female, you will be around women folk 24/7 for the whole period of time. You know, I didn't like that. I didn't like it.
And that was a long time too.
Right.
I had to figure out a way to stay out. You know,
Yeah.
getting out is really the hard part, but staying out is even harder because you coming into a situation where everything is foreign to you. You've been gone. You could be gone 6 months, and things done change.
Right.
So if you're gone over a decade, things really done change.
Yeah.
Like my man Rodney White, he had the cell phone from the West End. He had the big cell phone.
Oh yeah.
He said when I went in, we had this.
Yeah.
When I came out, we had these.
Right.
And, you know. And I was telling him, I was like, well, you know, the big boys had a cell phone. I was a little boy, I had a beeper.
Yeah. I actually experienced that. I had a family member who they're roughly about the same time, about 12 years, and you know, and I think he went in roughly like early 20, about 20. And he came out almost like 30, and like you said, it's like he like, what's this? And he riding around Richmond, you know, we ride, and he was like, what's this?
Yeah,
What's this?
they done built up and everything.
Exactly.
And you know, and you know, time will keep on going.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
right.
You know, people gonna keep on rolling regardless you like it or not. You know, that's one thing we can't do as humans. We can't stop time. Time will keep on going. You know.
And
So
another thing that I can tell people that's coming from the incarceration situation is don't expect it. Don't come out here expecting Joe Blow to be still on top of his game, riding around the Cadillacs with the rims, with now it's the Escalades with the 24s, the Yukon Denali's or whatever. Because when you're on the phone, you don't know what's really going on out here. You got 15 minutes. 15 minutes is a millisecond in the real world.
Right.
So you don't know what's really going on. You only know what's been told to you and what the guys coming in telling you. A lot of guys, and I'm a firm believer of this, if you have been out here in these streets of Richmond since 1990 or 89, 88, and you have not caught a bid, long bid, and you've been selling drugs since then, you are the police. And
You
real.
just called them out.
that's real.
Wow.
That's real.
Yeah,
I agree with that.
So if they been heavy since then, they still heavy out there.
yeah, but you
They the police.
Yeah,
they
you
working for them.
Yeah, you
doing
working for
something.
them.
You doing
So
something.
why would you align yourself with the police? Oh, I'm gonna go get with him because he getting money. He ain't gonna do nothing but give you up so he can stay out here. And then guys, a lot of guys, I can't speak on females, but guys, my baby mama, my baby mama.
Oh my goodness.
Oh man,
Yeah, I'm gonna talk about that too.
Oh no. Thank you for calling the P Show.
Well, thank you for allowing me to call. My name is Miss Costello, and I just wanted to make a comment that if anybody's coming out of incarceration and you're not trying to get into a prevention or intervention program to make yourself rise above, you don't need to worry about the people you used to hang out with on the corners because they're either still going to be there doing the same things or they're going to be dead or you're going to be saying goodbye to them from jail. Focus on yourself, improve yourself, go to the Goodwill, get involved with them so that they can work with the ex-offenders and get your voting rights back and keep the focus going and leave a positive impression amongst the children in the community and work with them and do something constructive.
That's right.
Yes, I totally agree with you, Miss Costello. But you have a lot of guys, and from just dealing with, I've been over my 17 years, I've been to like 9 different prisons, and a lot of guys have the same mindset of they just want to impress someone. They want someone to talk about them. So instead of in a positive way, like everything you said, about influencing the youth are our future. So I can't come out here and influence them to do wrong because they done up the stakes now. It used to be back in the 80s and stuff where they had parole, you do 10 months on 5 years, make first parole, you back home. But now they came with 85%, and when they lock you up now, they taking you away for life. And the more heinous the crime is, the more time you're going to do. So why not? I agree with you. We need to come out and share our stories and try to influence them. But like we were saying earlier, you know, they'll rather listen to Lil Bootsy and Lil Wayne that ain't really never done nothing, as opposed to listen to a guy that really been through it. But it's all about communication and having a open line of communication and mutual respect. Okay, I listen to you and you listen to me, and let's get some common ground where we can get an understanding and you can understand where I'm coming from. A lot of guys feel like that, you know, I hear it all the time, man, them young boys out there, they gonna do something to you, man, you go back out there. I'm like, well, I'm not going back out there to try to hurt nobody. I'm trying to go help. And I think that if you are positive, like you said, positive things will happen. And believe me, I'm a living example of that. You know, I put God first, my family second, and myself third, and everything has been going lovely. I've been blessed, and I'm fortunate.
All right.
And that's a very good thing, and I hope you continue to be blessed. And I just want to make a comment on what you said. You're 100% correctly. The youth are out of control. There was an incident this Saturday where 3 assaults of gang members took place on individual people, and my daughter and her boyfriend was one of them, and neither did the sheriff that was inside of the bow tie, or did the police do anything about it.
Wow.
So they're running around in massive chaos, doing whatever they want to do, and the police are turning a blind eye, and they're not doing a thing because they're terrified. So some stricter rules need to be put down on the youth to let them know who are gangbangers, that this is what's going to happen to you.
Yeah.
Okay? No, you're not going to do a little 6 months. Maybe you need to be here for 20 years. Have some time and think about it.
Oh, yeah, most definitely. Well, I know in certain states, I can't really speak on Virginia because I haven't done my research. If I know in North Carolina where I live, if you are a gang member, whatever crime you commit, you're gonna get another 5 years just because you're a gang member. So that's another charge added on to it. I think if they come with something like that, so if you do a crime that say you don't carry nothing but 6 months, but because you are a gang member, that's an additional 5 years. So it makes you think before you go do something like, okay, not only am I gonna get time for what I'm gonna get, but I'm also get 5 for wearing this rag.
Yeah.
Or having these tattoos.
Exactly. And that might be something that we might want to research and take ownership, as your state has, and push for that same inauguration of that law to be passed here.
Oh, yeah. One thing about, I know about the Commonwealth, they ain't got no problem passing no laws.
Yeah, they make their own rules. Yeah. They make it sound right now.
You're definitely right. You're definitely right, because the sheriff wanted to try to arrest me because I wanted to speak to the owner, the general manager, to the bow tie, and I didn't want to speak with him.
Wow.
And then he posed a threat, and he said, well, my uncle is a magistrate. I said, and good for you. And my uncle is Jesus Christ.
Okay.
I know that's right.
So I haven't committed a crime. I'm not committing a crime. I'm not even speaking to you. I'm speaking to the manager, to this establishment, and I have nothing else to say to you, sir. And he was taking down my description. He called for backup. I said, you can't arrest me on any charge because I haven't committed one. I haven't even used a word of profanity.
That's right.
So you can't even get me on verbal abuse.
Well, it's good to know your rights.
Right. I just want to share one more thing with you. Whoever your local representative is for the General Assembly, whoever you vote for, whether it's Republican, Democrat, Independent, whoever represents the section where you stay at, you can ask him or her to have a meeting with them and get them to draw up the legislation to present to the General Assembly when they have session. So
yeah, I'm already on those steps because I already lodged my complaint, and I actually went down to the police department and put in a complaint where they have to investigate 2 officers who actually did arrive and asked my son and her boyfriend, did they see a fight? And they said they just got jumped. They didn't ask them their names. They didn't ask them if they were okay. They didn't call the parents. They didn't take them to the hospital. They didn't make a report. They just said, oh, well, there's no sense in making a report. They're probably gone.
Wow. How old are your
I already
kids?
reported all of that.
How old was the kid?
17.
Okay. That's crazy.
My daughter's 17.
That's it.
And a huge guy picked her up in the air, hit her in her head several times, and threw her on the ground. And she wears a size 0, so you can imagine how tiny she is.
And Miss
And what they what?
go
I'm
ahead.
sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I was going to ask you, are you having legal representation for this?
Oh, I'm looking for legal representation right now.
Okay, this is your lucky day. I'm gonna give you a number. This your.
Alrighty then.
Are you ready for it?
I'm getting a pen as we speak.
Okay. This gentleman is Reuben Green.
Reuben Green.
Yes.
Okay.
And you can reach him at 804
804
780
780
2889.
2889.
Yes, and tell him the whole
Thank
situation, and he'll be able to help you out with that.
Well, thank you very much. And I'm going to honestly tell you, I just came upstairs to my room, and I was flipping through the channels, and I said, let me stop here.
Okay.
All right.
God put you right where you're supposed to be.
That's right.
Oh yeah. Oh,
Well,
yeah.
thank you. We really appreciate your call.
And good luck, and call us back
Okay.
and let us know how things turn out as well.
I certainly will. Thank
Okay,
you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you.
That's crazy.
Yeah, but
I wish I thought I was at a movie theater and somebody walked up on one of my kids and just started fighting
I'll
them.
be just
yeah, okay.
Oh
well,
my gosh.
I'm gonna tell you how all this ties into today's topic. Okay. The Bible says the man is the head of the household. Y'all in agreement with that? Okay. We had what we call the baby boom of the teenagers, where a lot of teen pregnancy was occurring. Okay. Not only was the father not there being a father like he was supposed to be, but he was either incarcerated, on drugs or in jail. I mean, in jail, on drugs, or even dead. One of the three, he just didn't want to be around. So here you have this child, a young man, that has no positive male influences in his life. Nobody really cares. And, not saying that
I can't agree with that though.
hold on.
You gotta let him finish.
I'm gonna let you finish.
Because I know where he going. I know where you going. Because I know you. Let him finish.
Okay, now I'm not saying in all cases, but I'm gonna say in most cases because I've seen it. Okay, they want to be like Big Bubba and them on the corner, so they want to hang out and get the glorification of I want to be known as a knockout artist, a gangster, or whatever. But their mother is trying to steer them away from that. But she can't do it. She can't really teach them how to be a man. She don't really understand what's going on. But I'm gonna tell you when the side of the mother comes out. Okay? Because for real, he loves his mother, but he wants to impress the guys on the block and be part of the clique. When he gets arrested, he's calling mama or grandmama first. And the first thing mama or grandmama saying when they come up in there, was it you? You better tell them who it was. Now, it kind of flip-flops and changes the situation. You really don't have a male figure there because he's gone, no one positive. Now, this is what I say. I say that to say this too. The guys that are coming home that have children, be fathers. If you have a daughter, be the man that you want your daughter to marry. And if you have a son, be the man. Teach him how to be the man that any woman would want to marry.
I feel that, but I feel like you got some kids out here that just do what they want to do regardless. They can have a mother and father at home, and they still will join the gang, and they still want to be with the cool kids, and they still want to do the wrong things. So I don't believe that.
Because
Far as like trying to blame it on the fact that I got 3 boys, first of all.
3 boys.
That I'm raising.
Why?
You know what I'm saying? And my oldest 2, their father is incarcerated right now. Okay? So, but just because he's not here, they have other male role models in their life that can step up. You see what I'm saying? But you can't say that everybody doesn't have that though. You
No,
know what
no,
I
I
mean?
said most
Because you
kids-
got kids that want to rebel against that.
Yeah.
That it might be you, Aaron. You the uncle that's coming around doing everything you can for this particular child, but they still hate you because you're not their daddy.
Yeah, I mean, you know
what I'm saying?
You're gonna have that. I mean, you know, everything ain't gonna be 100%. But the key is you say they do have some type of role model. But a lot of women I see these days, you know, we had talked about Big Mama a couple of weeks ago. We talked about Big Mama back in the day.
Yeah.
When Daddy wasn't around, whether he died or you know whatever, Big Mama had guys in the neighborhood stepped up.
Yeah.
And I think that's what we've missed in today. You know, as brothers, we're not stepping up in the community. Being positive. You know, we talk about the guys on the corner. All we doing is being on the corner. You know, we got a pants sag. We drinking, selling drugs. You know, all of that. But we're not stepping up. Like if we see a young sister like yourself raising 3 boys, instead of trying to get with you all the time, we need to say, hey, look. Pump, can I take Junior to the barber shop? You know, I'm going to the barber shop. Can I get him to play Little League baseball or something? You know, them positive role models and stuff. And, you know, and I tell women all the time, especially the single women, women, this is going to be a whole another show topic. But women, stop making the mistake of getting involved in your so-called role model for your kids. And that's what women
messing
women
with
mess up.
guys that
Right. Because they're gonna go in and out.
Can't bring everybody around your kids anyway.
They're gonna go in and out, and women need to get involved with somebody, for their kids. Have somebody that you ain't get involved with.
Right.
And that's what a lot of women mess up because you ended up by the time
Cause he here for a little bit.
Yeah.
And then he gone.
By the time the kid 15 years old, he had about 15 Uncle Joes, or Uncle Mookie, stuff like that, But that's what a lot of women mess up at, and you can't. Sometimes you can't control things. Sometimes you can. Get that brother that's down the street, and again, like I say, it's our fault as men in the community. We're not stepping up.
Right.
We're too busy trying to get with the girl and. A whole bunch of garbage instead of helping the girl, whether she got a male or a female, helping them.
Yeah.
And instead of just, all that other garbage we doing.
Yeah, but see, and like what you said, when you have like a single mother, and let's say she's in a condition, a living situation where she stays in the project. So she working trying to get out of the project to provide a better life for her kids. Okay, well, you may have to work nights.
Yeah.
So now your child there who's
unattended.
Unattended.
Right.
So they gonna gravitate. At the end of the day, in a nutshell, they want love and attention.
Right.
Even if they rebel and they want love and attention, some type of love and attention that they feel that they deserve. So the onus is on the parents to be like, hold on, come on, hold, let me pull you up, talk to me, tell me what's going on. Why are you acting like this? Instead of saying, get out the street. Listen to what I say. I'm your mama. I'm your daddy.
Right,
you can't demand.
So
You got. My niece is like 9, 10. If you hold a conversation with her, you think you talking to a 30-year-old. And because their kids are so much advanced now, the technology is there. So we have to get on their level of communication. Let's find out what's going on. As far as the gang situation goes, that's a lot of, to me, peer pressure.
Yeah.
Because it used to be like neighborhoods, like if you were from a certain neighborhood, this and that. But now, I guess a lot of guys feel like I call them cloth cowards. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because, that's what I call them, cloth cowards. Because no disrespect to the gang culture, where it's real at out LA, out west.
And
That's
Midwest.
That was their thing.
Right,
we didn't grow up like that. We didn't grow up like that. So all of a sudden now, that has migrated over here, and they have adapted to it. And now it's like, if you're not in this, you're not cool. Be yourself first. If somebody can't accept you for being yourself, then they're not really your friends. And if they need your help to do something, then they really a coward. Hold on, I'm gonna call my homeboy. You be here when he get here now.
Yeah.
I got to call my homeboy.
That's the whole point of being in the game.
Yeah.
Because they do everything together.
Yeah, but you got to be able to, you got to be able to stand up on your own too.
You got to, because that gang ain't gonna always be
All
there.
right, and I'm gonna tell y'all straight up, I'm gonna keep it 200%.
There you go.
When you are incarcerated, Your gang family is not sending you no money. They not coming to see you. They not looking out for your family. Only thing they gonna say is, yeah, that's my boy. I love him. Or that's my girl. That's my homegirl. Love her to death when she coming home. I'm gonna write her, yo. Let me get the address. The letters is never coming. The pictures is never coming. Don't even expect it. Don't even expect it. These people that you run around, you trying to impress and be with, don't mean you no good. They don't really love you. You know, it's everything is just for the moment. They love it for what you can provide. I tell you what, this is what you do. If you want to test your gang members' love for you, stay in the house a month. Go to school,
They ain't
come
gonna
straight
let you
home.
do that. They ain't gonna let you do
No,
that.
no, that's what
There's rules in the game.
No, it's not. No,
They got weekly meetings and stuff.
okay, but what I'm saying is, no rules overshadow the rules of the household where you live in. That's mom and
That's
daddy
why
rules
kids
come
out
first.
there doing the wrong things and they end up in juvenile.
But it was a situation I read about a week or so ago. I can't remember exactly where it was at, but it was a sad situation. Unfortunately, a young man, I think he was 14, I'm shooting his mom because the mom was trying to get him out the game.
Okay.
And I think it was Chicago, I could be wrong, but it happened about a week or so ago, and the young man, like 14 years old, shot his mom in cold blood.
Wow.
Because, she was trying to get him out the game. And his gang members told him to, shoot his mom.
That's
how
crazy.
much influence he had. The gang had on him. And him shooting his mom cold blood dead. And again, you talk about the love and affection. And that's what it all boils down to, because, a lot of times something is missing at home, as far as the communication. Yeah. So, of course, the gang there to give you their love, like you say, but it's that fake love. When you go there for that bid, they ain't there.
No.
They not there. But they providing that what you missing at home. And, we even still talk about that, parents, you got to talk to your kids. You got to talk to your kids and get in their business, snoop. Get on their Twitter pages, Facebook pages, all of that. I'm serious.
I can't do all that,
No, you got to. You have to.
You have to.
But that's why my kids don't got Twitter or Facebook.
Well,
I don't feel like children belong on Facebook anyway.
Okay.
And Twitter, like,
Well,
I just don't allow them to. I have my 12-year-old, he'll be 13 in May. You know what I mean? At 13, I feel like that's kind of at the age where you can get a Facebook. But I'm just not big on it because we see what goes on Facebook. We see what goes on Twitter, all those different social networks they got. Cell phones, the text messages. I mean, you can pretty much find out everything about your kid in a cell phone.
Yeah.
And my kids are not smart enough yet to learn how to delete their messages. So if I wanted to, I could go through it. But at this point where I'm at right now, I trust my kids enough. I feel like I done so much to them at a young age that I trust them enough that I don't have to go in their phone.
But see, that's the key. That's the key, as opposed to you having hands-on dinners with your child when you had your children fairly young, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You was there, as opposed to give or take 16. Okay.
Yeah.
She had her child at 16. Friday come, Saturday come, she want to go to Average.
He way back.
Average. You gotta understand he did 17 years.
Yeah.
He don't know about these new clubs.
Okay. What you got there? Saying passions? What
Let's slow down. Just say the club.
Yeah, the club. Yeah, okay. The club. So then she at the club. I was talking about from that era, like,
I understand.
Because you coming into, like, right now, teenage pregnancy is not as high as it was when we was coming up. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, it's crazy now. You need to go to a middle school down here. It's bad. It's bad.
Oh.
They starting off early now. All right, y'all, we got a call. Thank you for calling the P Show.
Hey, how y'all doing this late evening?
How you doing?
Good.
I'm doing fine. I was listening to the gentleman in the middle. You say he did 16, 17 years?
Yeah.
Oh, correct. Okay, well, me personally, I don't know how to really, make it sound so bad, but, I think about, 80 to 90% of brothers in jail. Not myself, of course. My dad getting retired from being a United States Marshal, and he didn't count probably, I can't even have the number. But anyway, it's bad, but you can't judge a person by the past. The past is the past. So to me, it looked like he didn't, came out doing positive things, which is always a good thing, and I got to take my hat off to him, and it's a blessing.
That's for
because
you,
someone
man.
come out and right back. You understand what I'm saying? So it's a positive thing because I talk to my dad a lot. He come out of Hartford, Connecticut. Matter of fact, he was down here doing the Super Bowl and the stuff that it's ridiculous. But anyway, my first thing is I'm gonna say this and I'm going to get off the phone because I work at night. So my thing is, women don't take this personal. Women is not going to always have respect, even though when you brought up in a household, you got the mother and you got the father. And most so they will listen to the daddy first before they listen to the ladies. And it's it's kind of uneasy for us, but it's the truth. So they was only respect women a certain amount. So what I'm saying is it's just a point that I look at it as it's good to be brought up and when you got both. It's not gonna always be that way. It's more so 95% of just single parents out here. And I was talking to my wife the other day, and I was like, on the first or the second of the month, you see them hanging on the stroller and all lovey-dovey. About the 6th or the 7th, you don't see them no more. So it is what it is. But to say this is, I think us men need to really step it up because me, I'm out and I see guys with the pants hanging off the tail. What woman want to be with something like that? He can't even control his appearance. So why would you want to be like that? I travel all over. Me and my wife, we always constantly going out of Richmond. And to me, like Philadelphia, New York, it's a lot different from up there than down here because to me they're more conservative up there than it is down here. And we got to have some type of structure. We don't have structure here. You know what I'm saying? I think that Richmond needs to really step the game up a little bit better. But like I said, I called because the gentleman in the middle, I thank God for you because you come out, you're doing something positive, and whatever's the past is the past. And that's all I got to say. Y'all be good like Robin Hood, and I'm out of here.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you, caller.
All right. So one of the things I disagree with you with, caller, is the fact that he said that most kids only listen to the father. I don't believe that because my kids listen to me. Like, I'm the aggressive parent. You got an aggressive parent, you got the nice parent in every household. So I'm more of the aggressive parent, and that's because I have 3 boys. And I'm a woman, and I'm going to make sure that they know how to treat women when they leave the house and that they know what they need to do as men when they leave the house. Like, so I don't agree with that they only listen to dads.
No. He's with the bro. I guess what he was trying to say, not to put words in the brother's mouth. Yeah, was like by nature.
Yeah, I feel that by nature does
to a certain extent. Like, if your child is around you long enough, you know your child, just like your child knows you. So they know how to get their way, and when something ain't gonna fly, they like, oh no, I went on ask this. Okay, but as opposed to, I can use my family for example. My niece, my sister and her husband, they're married. They would call my sister for anything in the world. And okay. I'd be like, why y'all call bruh? Oh no, he gonna say no. And when he comes around, the whole mood changes. Like,
it depends on what type of person you are. Everybody can read a person.
Right, I understand that. But I don't think he meant in 100% of all cases. He's just saying, like I said, in most cases. Like with my mother, she was a single parent, but she had help with my great aunt. And then before she got married. So, and to this day, my great aunt, she's 86 years old, but I'm scared to death of this woman.
Exactly. Right. It just depends on the person.
Right. So, but, getting back to this incarceration thing and what we do now, because we don't have too much time.
Yeah.
The main thing is the focus on getting better. You're going to expect to be told no, but somebody's going to tell you yes. So keep trying and keep trying. As soon as you fall short or fall victim to the being a victim, okay, I'm a victim of society, then once you start to believe that, you're not going to get better. The people that ain't saying especially in Richmond, they don't mind locking you up. I'm
Nah,
letting
they
you
don't
know
mind.
that now the POs up here, they don't mind violating you or none of that. You know, they'll try to work with you, you know, especially like if you got a drug addiction, okay, we're gonna put you in the program, come on, you gotta tighten up, and then you go in the program, people gonna give you an opportunity. You know, even with that, they give you an opportunity for you to step up and accept responsibility. I made a choice. You know, I'm not saying I'm the best role model. I'm just being the best man I can be. I made a choice that I won't go put my life in nobody else's hands.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? All the decisions that I make are going to be calculated decisions. How would this affect how I live 5 years from now? Forget about tomorrow. 5 years from now. Am I doing something that, you know, I'm going to be beneficial at 5-10 years from now? Is this going to make my life better? Little known fact, you got to work 10 years before you can draw Social Security.
Yeah.
You know,
Right.
you got to get 10 straight.
Right.
So
A lot of people not gonna have Social Security.
Exactly. because-
Never had a job.
Right. So
So-
what you gonna do when you
Yeah.
55, 65, 75? What you still gonna be on the corner drinking 40s, smoking blunts?
Why not?
Yeah, I mean, you know,
It's cool.
Like,
Why not?
Like
That's
I was always told years ago that the drug dealer don't have the pension plan or 401k.
No.
So
Nah, they don't.
you know,
But I guess I did some research today, and I didn't get a chance to go over it, but I did do some research on trying to get your felony expunged, and also trying to restore your voting rights. So if y'all want to find out about that, definitely do a search on it, but do a search on it in the state of Virginia because it's different in every state.
Yeah.
Thank you for calling the P Show.
Yeah, I had to call back because
You gotta make it quick.
A comment you said about you don't check your kid's cell phone. I think to me it might come back and haunt you. You know, and another thing when you saying that you know your kids just listen to you, I think of course your kids listen to you because you're the only female in the household. You don't have the other half.
You don't know that.
Actually,
I never said that part.
Huh?
I never said that. You don't know that.
Okay, so I don't know that.
No,
okay.
I didn't say that. I explained that my oldest two children's father was incarcerated.
Oh, you said
Yeah.
he's still incarcerated?
He's incarcerated, but I did never say what's going on in my household. I just stated that my oldest two children's father is incarcerated. I have 3 children.
Right. Okay.
Yeah,
But
and I explained that they have a male role model in their life.
oh, okay. That's a positive. That's definitely a positive because the way you was putting it out there, like they just only listen to you. So that's what I
No,
feel.
what I said was, yeah, they do listen to me. What I'm saying is, as a woman, even if it's a man or a woman in the house, I have 3 boys, but I don't agree that only a man, the kids are only going to listen to a man. That's not true. I'm more of the aggressive parent. That's just my personality. So
Okay,
my kids know what time it is when I speak.
Right. Okay. Well, you can only trust kids on a certain degree. Okay, when you say you don't check the cell phone, like I said, that could come back and hunt you because I'm always being mine. Because you never know. They be like, okay, well, I don't know how to delete it. Now I need to find somebody to show me how to delete it just in case mama do check it. So keep on being naive to not to check the kid's cell phone.
I ain't naive. I just don't feel I have to right now.
Oh, for real?
Not right now.
all right, Carl.
Thank
I
you.
didn't cut you off, but we'll see you
Yeah.
next week. I'm sorry. We got to wrap it up. Again, where can we get the book from?
Oh, again, you can get the book at Barnes and Noble. You can download the book because I know a lot of people got Kindles and ebooks. You can go to Amazon.com, Kindle, get the book, ebook, iBook. Almost everywhere where you can download a book at. If you want the paperback, you can contact me, Alterick Gaston at Facebook.com.
Aaron, we might have to talk about these kids and this cell phone next week.
Yeah.
We might have to get on these kids
we can do
because,
that, and, I
you
try
know,
to talk
since we're
about it.
naive. I'm naive now because
Well,
I don't
that's
look in the
topic,
phone.
yeah.
Yeah, we definitely got to get on there. But y'all tune in
Yeah.
next week.